Good morning. It's early in the morning because early in the morning is the only time I can get into this game. Hey, this is Mother Mantis, and today I'd like to show you New World, which just launched a couple days ago. You guys are probably familiar with it or have at least heard of it. I haven't been able to play it much. I did play it in the beta a little bit. Haven't been able to play it much, though, because the servers have been incredibly crowded, and I actually couldn't get onto this server until this morning. It happens to be about 6:30 in the morning on the West Coast, and I guess a lot of gamers are asleep right now, so I was able to get straight in with no wait. But let's play a little bit of New World and see what you think of it. Right away into the tutorial. That's a pretty effective little tutorial.
You! Come closer. Your captain needs you. That devil's storm. What in the nine hells was that about? And where is my box? I need my box. Did you take it?
You
build right. Something isn't right. To come so close. It's not fair. What's happening to me? I can't die. Not like this.
Apparently, yes, you can. He died and dissolved. Oh, and he gave me presents before he left. Okay, so tap to open my inventory, equip a shield, and equip some rations. I think the HUD is fairly well designed on this. At least I think it's... Consuming food and drink restores health. 3 to consume food. I am consuming a giant hunk of bread. Okay, so I'm the only one. Well, that's not so bad. It's actually the dodging I may have to rekey because the left shift is not... Okay. I see it's got that look at the light in the future. I mean, in the future, in the distance. So there's a, how do you crouch? Well, I guess I don't need to crouch under here. Block breaking. Oops, I've hit the wrong, didn't block. Gotta get my rhythm down. Gotta get my rhythm down. Although, I don't really want to go sword and shield. I have no choice at the moment. I mean, I only have one weapon, so... Excuse me. Okay, Swordmaster or Defender? Whirling Blade, 145% weapon damage to all foes within 2 meters. Or Defender, rush forward 5 meters, knocking back foes and dealing 100% or 125% weapon damage. Well, this has a longer cooldown and deals 125%. This has a shorter cooldown and deals more weapon damage, so I guess I'm going to take that one. I can auto run if I choose. Look though how pretty this is. I mean, honestly, let's just stop auto running for a second. I mean, look, that is really pretty. And apparently the storm's gone. It's a beautiful blue sky. I didn't settle for my old lady character that it offered me. I made myself young and gorgeous because it's a fantasy game. But look, it's a pretty good character model, I think. Actually, I'm going to change my settings because I have my settings on medium at the moment because I was the first night that I did get in on another server for a short time. Oh, I'm on very high. That's interesting because I changed my settings to medium and I guess the default isn't medium. So we'll see how this works. I'll leave this on custom and very high for a while. I have a decent system. I have a Ryzen 5800X and 32 gigs of RAM, Corsair RAM. So I have a decent, and I have a gigabyte, brand new gigabyte Aorus motherboard. So I have a decent rig because I've got myself primed to get a 3080 graphics card, which I have not able to get yet. But I have a 1070, a NVIDIA 1070 graphics card, so I'm limited by my graphics card. And bottlenecked, I would say, by my graphics card a bit. So I'm not getting full use out of my equipment yet. However, I think this looks pretty good. And so far, I'm not having any performance problems. I actually tried to record this the other night, and the visuals weren't laggy, but the sound was really laggy. It was so bad that on my recording, the sound was cutting in and out every few seconds, so it wasn't usable. So I've actually been through the first about 30. Well, I've been through the first 30 minutes of this anyway because I played the beta. But I'll be curious to see if anything's changed. Look how pretty! I bought New World while it was still on pre-order, before the delays, before anything. That's some volcano back there. But look at the sky and the way the grass is moving. Oh. Okay, that's, can't get over there. I'm still in a guided area. Actually, the ambient noise is really good too. The music is good and the ambient noise is good. Hang on here, I'm just trying to adjust this little light over here. So it's telling me to descend into the grotto to investigate the smoke. Why would I want to do that? I just got shipwrecked on this island and that smoke looks pretty scary. I'm going to change my audio a little bit because let's see how that does. I don't like super loud game music, but I don't want to block out the ambient noise. You know, the birds in the background and whatnot you can hear. Well, apparently I want to investigate this smoke. Why I would want to do that when I've just been shipwrecked on an island and that smoke looks unnatural. Yes, why would I want to investigate this? It's very creepy. Oh, and there's a man down there. Must be my first challenge. This looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. The atmosphere looks really good. Can I attack? Nope, can't attack him from behind. Oh, it's my boss. It's my boss, Captain Aldous. He looks like he's having a bad day.
No, you would have been better off dying at sea.
Okay. Oh, don't I? Okay, so this is a cutscene now. Okay, that much of a fight. And now, I presume we're coming out of the tutorial. Ooh, long loading screen. Okay, well, there are other players here you can see, but when I popped into this the other night after on another server, because I couldn't get into this server, I'm on the Camelot server, which apparently is popular because there was quite a long wait, but I went on to another server for a short time rather, and this beach must have had 1,000 people running around, so it was kind of laggy and a little hard to do things because, oh my God, for being a sole survivor, there was like 500 of us here. This is doable. There's like maybe 30 people here probably altogether. So this is doable.
Another survivor. Saints be praised. It's always good to find a live one. That storm was fierce. Figured it would drown the lot of you.
Charity Douglas. Now, in the beta, I think you can land on different places on the beach because every time I've landed, this character has been a different person. Now, the dialogue is the same, but the character looks different. And I understand there are slightly different places
Charity.
up and down the coastline that you can
Watcher
land.
Douglas.
So if you come in with a
A
friend,
monarch's
you guys may
blood
spawn at different places.
Who do I
You just have to
have
get through the
meeting
first few quests, and then you can meet up in the first settlement. So it's really no big deal if you spawn at a different place. You're only going to be playing separately for half an hour maybe.
Well, I know this isn't the best way to make an acquaintance, but it's actually
How
the way
about
most
you?
you've washed ashore on the Isle of Eternum. It's hard for me to even remember the old world these days, but on the good side, you generally don't ever age or die here. At least, not in any natural way. And the bad, well, see, they came back to life, but without their souls. They're wandering around the beach all aimless like. The kind thing is to at least try and put them down for good. Would you mind?
No, I don't mind that attribute point. Because I know I want strength because I think I looked a little bit into the different builds. I mean, this game has no set build. You can, if you want to be a mage, you can build that yourself. You could be a mage that carries a warhammer if you want. So there aren't predetermined classes that you have to pick. But having said that, I'm probably going to go... I tend to play solo a lot unless I can get any of you lovely people to play this game with me. So I'm going to do a build I saw online that I think is suitable for solo play and also some heals because I've always wanted to do heals in a game and I never have. And if I remember right, that will put me as... I have to do a lot of intelligence, strength, and constitution because I need health for playing solo, intelligence for the... That's not true. Focus. So it's strength, focus, and constitution because I'm going to be using the life staff. So I'm going to be picking up focus for the life staff and then hatchet as my second tool because I've heard it's kind of OP and it's an easy one-handled tool that's not heavy because weight does also make a difference in this game. But I'm not really a sword and board player. I think that's better suited for kind of tanky types. Not that this game has dedicated tanks, from what I understand, but it's just not a playstyle that totally interests me. I have to say I find the combat kind of satisfying because it's very immediate. Look at all these muscles. It's very smooth feeling. I have no lag whatsoever. Blocking too late. So clearly I need to... Whoops. Okay, that worked. I mean, they telegraph it. It's not like I shouldn't be able to block. I'm just, still getting my timing down. And there's a nice compass at the top that pretty clearly marks which way you're supposed to be going. I find that's a nice... I like that compass system actually better than the Dragon Age one. But here we are, back to talk to... Back to talk to, I think her name is, yep, Charity. I've picked up a bunch of arrows I can't use
No,
yet.
you didn't enjoy that. But once their souls are gone, it's the most you can do for them. I wish I could say you eventually get used to it, but you don't. Not really.
I got a pair of pants.
Yeah.
Trousers.
Our own
I've got
manners, Georgie.
trousers.
I'm sorry. After everything you've been through today, you're probably starving, aren't you? I didn't think to bring anything, but I can show you how to make do. Get some flint and wood, and make yourself a skinning knife at the fire. That's a start, at least.
Oh, God, just like real life, I have to collect stuff and cook. Oh, wait, I can't skin these yet. I gotta get, so there's, this game is heavy on crafting. But it also appears that at least in the initial levels, it's also resources are plenty. We've landed in a resource-rich land, people. It's just like the new world. God, listen to me. I sound like such an old lady. It's a new world, people. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments, which you can't see because my picture's on top of it. And the few people that are in this area are talking about how they came on early to get around the queue times, which is what I did. I'm not sure why, because this game has a list online of what there are some big streamers going to be streaming this game, and there's a resource online on New World's page that tells you what servers those streamers have committed to going on. I guess they asked the really big streamers what servers they were going to be going on. I'm on a West Coast server, and I'm on Camelot, which I think is the first one on the list, but I picked it because I like the name, not because it was the first on the list. But the first night that I tried to get into this game, well, not the first night, the first morning, the first day, which was 2 days ago, I got into the game at 8:01, and there were 14,000 people ahead of me in the queue. So I knew there was no way I was going to be getting into the game that day. So I went into a different server and played for a couple hours, well, about 2 hours, yeah, to try to do a little bit of recording, and that ended up being unusable because there was just so many people online that I couldn't, it was too laggy. And that may be, where my 1070 started to struggle, or maybe, maybe it was the server, I don't know, but the sound was bad, I couldn't use it. And then last night I tried to get onto this server, and there were 600 people, and I just I'm not going to sit around for 2 hours waiting to get in, 600 people ahead of me. So this morning, I went to bed early last night. I'm giving you guys TMI. I went to bed early last night and got up this morning and got straight in, no wait at all. Hadn't even made my tea yet. Okay, I should have enough stuff to craft a skinning knife, and then I'm going to have to probably go kill a bunch of these animals that are up here. Actually, I can craft a few different things. None of that, but... Where's the skinning knife I'm supposed to? Mining? Oh, skinning knife. Right in front of me, and it's highlighted. I should craft these other things, considering I'm going to need them, but I'll probably get them as loot drops, too, so... You do have finite bag space in this game, so you can salvage things that you're not going to use. Like I picked up, when I played the other night, I picked up, 4 giant warhammers. They were just loot drops. I don't have any interest in using a big warhammer. So you can salvage those and you can make repair kits, because another thing you have to keep track of is you want to keep an eye on the condition of your gear. Now, Now, I think I've just made all the things I need, right? This wasn't what this quest called for just now, but I could see that I had picked up enough resources to make them. So why not? Why not get ahead of the game? What is that? Fishing pole. Well, I don't know how to use a fishing pole yet, and I don't have a fishing pole anyway, so. Isabella's Amulet of the Century. Oh, and I picked up some new pants. Oh, look at that. Actual pants. I hope that there will be some, look, this is an old lady thing I'm about to say, but I hope there'll be some girl clothes. I like this and it's suitable for what I'm doing, but this is, I guess they have all, male or female characters are all identical to each other currently.
Got your
I
skinning
mean, not
knife,
that that
eh?
really matters, but
It's all right. Now that you've got your little knife, you can rustle up a meal. There's lots of boar about. Hunt one
My
down,
little knife?
skin
That's
it,
a bit
roast the meat
condescending.
on the fire, and that should tide you over. Pick yourself a fat one if you can. It's actually a good hunting spot.
all right, I just saw some boars up this direction. I'll go ahead and kill me. I don't know if that guy's going to skin that or not. The killing of resources in this game is kind of violent, and the skinning is kind of violent too. But I think it's suitable for the game. These are all things I would never do in real life. Skin a boar to collect pork. So the chat bar you can open up, as you can see, into a giant bar, or you can close it pretty easily. Oh, and now they're saying in the chat that the queue time is about 50 people long, which is interesting because I logged in just a little while ago and didn't have to wait at all. So already there's a login queue. Look how that boar fell right into the tree. Look at the grass, though. I mean, look, this place looks great. I know I keep saying that. I'm sounding like a broken record, but look at that. I like how it marks. I mean, that's probably only for the early areas, but it marks for you to get back to your quest giver while you're adjusting yourself to the map. And the animals in this area are pretty easy to kill, probably because we're in, the kindergarten area. I can see faction invites already. There are 3 factions in this game. The Covenant, which is kind of for lack of a better term, it's kind of the religious one. I mean, the game has a specific lore set, just like any game. And the Covenant are the people who follow, quote unquote, the Spark, and they're trying to restore justice to the island. But I've heard it's one of the less popular factions because it's got pretty strong sort of religious overtones, and people bring their real life associations into a game, and they don't want to be religious fanatics, so they don't want to join that one. So I don't think the Covenant is quite as popular, but they have cool uniforms though. And then there's the Marauders, which is kind of like the Vikings. I'd say that's the closest thing. They're kind of the sword and board, all physical, aggressive action people. That's probably the biggest faction if I was guessing. And then there's the Syndicate, which is kind of the scientists, and we only go for knowledge, and we don't believe in religion, and we believe in kind of the spy network kind of people. Why did I not get this kill? Oh, I did. And from what I've seen, some of the streamers and stuff, a lot of people going Marauders. And I'll show you in a second why that makes a difference in this game. So if I open up the map and I pull out to the world view of the map, and so it is already, and see how the map is all different colors? The green is the Marauders, which I just described to you. The Syndicate is the purple, and Covenant is the gold. So each faction controls a certain area, and it's an ongoing. I thought that boar was attacking me, but he's walking by. Each faction controls an area. It can control individual It can control individual towns, and then if they get enough power, they control an entire area, as they do on this map. So the game is only 2 days old. Already there are factions. These areas in white are not controlled by anybody's yet, but this is a pretty nice map distribution. I like this. In the beta game that I played, the Marauders took over the entire map, and it might be fun for the Marauders to control the entire map, but it's not fun for other players when you're so swamped and overwhelmed with one faction that the other factions can't even get a foothold. So I like to see this map that's a little bit more spread out. It means I can actually choose what I want to do. And then you can see on here it says upcoming invasions, these upcoming wars. That is, a faction has been challenged by another faction and they're going to go to war. And those are the giant PvP wars, which can have... I don't know how many people can be in a PvP war. I'll have to do a little bit of research, but they can be huge. And that's one of the things that interests me about this game. I'm not a huge PvPer. I'm not very good at PvP. But in a game like that where you're on a team of 100 people, I don't think it matters if you're not very good at PvP. I think you can still participate in the PvP and have a good time. And so I'm kind of looking forward to that. So I definitely am going to join a faction. You basically have to join a faction. I think you're going to be basically forced into it. I'm kind of thinking Covenant just because I like their uniforms. I was going to do Syndicate, but I got a bad taste about Syndicate because I was on a map that got overtaken by Syndicate. But this map looks pretty spread, so I think you have a pretty good choice, a pretty good even choice of which... Oh, E. Might help if I follow the prompts. At any rate, this map so far looks like a pretty nice spread. I'm not sure how Amazon is going to deal with that in servers where one faction takes over the entire map. You can switch factions once you belong to them, but it's 120 days. So it does make somewhat of a difference which faction you commit to, because you'll be 120 days in one faction before you can switch, and then you have to start over in your progress with that faction. Because within each faction, there are ways to level within the faction to earn different perks. So if you join Covenant, for instance, you're going to be leveling up within Covenant by doing faction quests, I would imagine, of course, that progress will not carry over to a different faction. I mean, why would it? Okay, so it seems like different trees. You have to level up your chopping, your axe work on trees, because the slightly bigger trees take a little bit longer to chop down. I know that that's a perk that you can get, that you can earn, that makes it faster to collect these kind of resources. All right, let's go make our meal since we killed like 5 boars. Now, look, now there's a lot more people here. Good thing I got in when I did. Can I make anything else? Ooh, energizing light ration. Now, I do wish there was a few more hairstyles, because there are actually quite a lot. There's about 30, but apparently only a few are popular because I've seen the same hairstyle as mine on several different people. Now, why would I... Okay, so the gear score on the longsword. I can't make any of these. Yeah, I can't make any of these things yet. Can't make a fishing pole. I need fibers. Not sure where I'm going to get fibers, but it's probably from a plant. Okay, what's the difference? Increases mana regen by 10% for 20 minutes. Recover 40 health per second for 20 seconds. Oh, that's mana regen. So energizing is going to be for when I get my staff. But I'll make a couple of them. But I probably should stick to the light rations for now, because I don't have a staff yet. And I don't believe that I need mana for Sword and Board. I think it'd be really fun, you guys, to have a guild or a faction in this game that was made up totally of we older people. Wouldn't that be fun? Go around kicking ass on all these really young people. How many? 9. That's for a health potion, which I don't have yet. Those things are still locked. All right, let's go talk to Charity.
Cold beach like this? Oh, nothing like a warm meal by the fire. I hope it doesn't
Armor
seem
case.
like
I wonder
life
if that's
is just a
increasing my
misery here.
storage space.
Some
I
people
hope.
quite like it. And the weather here, I'm afraid so. That was a freak storm that wrecked your ship. All these ships. I mean, it's corruption that causes storms off the coast.
It's my
all the
birthday
time.
in a few days,
That
and
was the
my
worst
husband
I've ever
has
seen.
already told me, because I picked it, purchased me a new gaming monitor. I'm using a 55-inch OLED TV right now, so it's a beautiful monitor in terms of size, but it's pretty enormous. And I actually think for my purposes it'd be better to have a smaller but better monitor with a faster response rate. So that comes in a few days. And I'm going to be reorienting my office. I'm going to be turning everything around so that I'm facing out the windows that way and I can take advantage of the natural light. Because right now my back's to everything.
It's that nasty
super
red
excited
stuff,
about it, though.
Kind of an evil magic. Being corrupted is even worse than being lost. The corruption forms a ring around a turner and
Okay, so
smashes
that's the
any
corruption.
ships approaching, and any that try to leave. Storms are just a fact of life here. The best we can do is keep records of all the ships corruption claims.
Okay,
fact,
this is going to be another
We could
quest.
scrub these ships for any keepsakes.
Go collect.
The settlement will want them.
Search shipwrecks for records and remnants. Okay, so that's also popped up on my map. Look at all the ships. I mean, seriously, look at all the shipwrecks. You think maybe the storms that are wrecking the ships are not natural? Okay, and it tells me how far I have to go. I've got 200 meters to go. I don't know if I can swim or not, but this water's not deep enough for me to find out either. I'm going to try to be in the habit of collecting, this is like Dragon Age, try to be in the habit of collecting a lot of resources while I'm running around. Another thing about this humongous monitor, which I love and I am thankful for, I'm not complaining. I mean, I guess I sound like I'm complaining, but I'm quite lucky to have the equipment that I have, but it throws off a ton of light, so I can do nothing about adjusting the light that's hitting my face, because this is a large amount of light coming at me. Monarch Bluff, standing rank. Okay, that's, so you also gain. This poor guy's just trying to warm his hands by the fire. Can't I just run up and kill him? That's not very nice. Although that begs the question, if he's dead, why does he need to warm up? I wonder if I can increase the draw distance, although I think I have everything on pretty high at the moment. By and large, I think I'm blocking a little bit later than I should be. Okay, so maybe this is on this ship. How do I get on here? Oh, there's several. Look at that. Several more just popped up. These guys are going down awfully quickly. 29 meters, so there's something right over here, but I have to cut my way there, right? That must be it right there, right to the left of this dude. Okay, see, I'm starting to get my timing on blocking just a little bit more in sync with what it should be. Okay, so there's one thing done. There's another. A manifest. A manifest must count. Awesome, I've already got 2 of them, so the third one is over here. I must have run right by it. Look, this poor dude is just laying on the beach and I'm going to slaughter him. You're going to be dead before you can even get up. See? Because that's the kind of person I am. All right, where is this other? The jumping is a joke. I mean, seriously, you jump up like 12 inches. Whoop, I missed my block. "59 meters this way." Boy, there's a lot of drowned people running around. Fort Monarch Bluff is under attack, is what it says in my comments, which you cannot see. I should move my camera window. And I'm going to assume that that is another faction. Coming in. Okay, there is something over here that I missed, clearly. Is it in here? Where the hell is this last bit I think I need? 5 meters? Where? Oh, geez. Look, I jumped on the ship earlier. I went all around. I didn't even see it. It was right in front of my face. Search shipwrecks. Am I done? Oh, no. I have other 175 meters that way, so okay. It's putting me all over the beach. Nice reflections on the water. Sorry, dude, I have to kill you on the way. Kill you on the way by. Nice reflections on the water. I mean, look, that looks really good. In my humble opinion. It's a good looking game. Oh, look, it's filling out my compass. I really like the art style. For the same reason I like the art style of Dragon Age, actually. I played WoW, as I've said a million times, for a long time. I do not love their art style, although I got used to it, but I like this slightly more realistic. Okay, so this is a higher level area. Not that that's saying much. I really shouldn't put much into focus yet because I'm going to save that last point because I don't have a staff. Right, that took slightly more effort, not a ton. They're also closer together here, so you really wouldn't want to get ganged up on. I like the way this is ramping me up slowly, though, because it's allowing me to get my timing right for my blocking and whatnot. Trying to find this. It's got to be on this ship. I wonder how much actual climbing you can do. Let me just get this guy out of the way. Okay, some. That's not going to work. Whoops, I let him hit me back. Got him! Got him! All right, well. Let's not run into things. 152 meters that way, okay. I can see the mast through those rocks. I like how they drop their clubs. Nothing else, but they drop their clubs and then they disappear. I also don't know what is the aggro distance. Well, apparently I violated the aggro distance. Oh no, he ran back. So I guess the aggro distance is really not that long. All right, let's go take on this guy and see if we can get whatever this manifest is on this ship. I like how he's using a ship's wheel to defend himself. He got in one good hit before he crapped out. And it looks like I'm going to be collecting the flag off the bow. Oh, I'm collecting a flag. I'm collecting both. All right. I haven't got my blocking timing down yet. I think somebody might have helped me with that. Is that right? Did somebody help me? Maybe not. The jump animations are silly, but the climbing animation's pretty smooth. And actually, I think the combat's fun. I mean, really, it's just a matter of learning muscle memory, right? So I can get my blocking and everything timing down. Talk to Charity. All right, I'm done with this part. I'm probably going to be sent back over here in a few minutes to do something else. No, you can attack me because you just spawned right behind me, but I'm going to keep running. Oh, these guys are both chasing me. So the aggro distance is reasonable. Level 5. Okay, so the early levels, I'm leveling pretty quick. F1 view leveling rewards. Well, I'll do that as soon as I'm not... well, there's really nobody around here now, is there? Territory standing point. So yeah, within each territory you gain reputation in that area. I'm just laughing because look, there's someone, good morning, fellow work from homers. That's probably true. That is hilarious. They're saying you get banned for auto running. You don't get banned, but you'll get kicked if people are already trying to figure out a way to have their characters never log out so that they can come back to the game and not have, not find themselves number 1000 in line or whatever. And who knows how long that's going to last. I mean, this game seems so far to be pretty popular.
That's nice. You found a fair amount of records, I'd say. The Monarch's Bluff settlement keeps... I know you're probably wanting to head up to the settlement yourself soon. I promise. I won't keep you too much longer. It is nice to have company, though. I can't leave until I'm sure that any corruption down here has been dealt with. You can probably tell... No, the corruption
She's
that
going to
remains
give me
is
another
coming from the
beginner
sea
quest.
Turtle spit, we call it. You could go in there and just deal with it. It would make my day.
All right, so now I have to go to a little cave.
Be careful.
Ooh. Oh, look, there's a dress, just as I was talking about earlier. It must have heard me. Oh, I picked up a fire staff, which I'm not totally excited about using, but I used a bow in the beta, and it was actually pretty fun. Took a little bit of getting used to, but it was fun. And a musket, which I'm not at all interested in using. Oh, and I picked up a health potion. So I think I can put that here. And I picked out bait for fishing, but I don't have a fishing pole yet. $120, so I can throw the dress on. Why would I fight in a dress? That's the part I don't understand. I mean, okay. I think I'll leave my pants on after having said that, because... So I know one thing you have to take into account with this game is, depending on the build that you're trying to put in, I mean, if you're playing a tanky style and you don't mind all your gear being heavy, that's fine. But as you can see, well, it's behind my camera, there's a gear score, and that gear score affects how fast you can move, how many resources you can carry, and how much stuff you have in your bags also affects that. So you have to think about your weight and the weight of the gear that you are equipping. So if you want to play a character that relies a lot on dexterity, and like the rapier maybe, you're probably going to want to wear leather armor and don't load yourself up with giant, what am I trying to say? You don't want to wear a lot of metal armor because it's heavy. I'll try that. Now I need to go up to this cave, which is this way. Sorry. Probably shouldn't be killing you, poor little boar. You're just trying to survive, just like the rest of us. So I'll be really curious to hear what you guys think of this game so far. It's not an inexpensive game, but I think there's a lot of value to be had with it. I bought it so long ago that it's ridiculous. I bought it before. Well, that's weird. Look, it's like a blank. That must be a spawning point for mobs to come out, because look, it's just a blank hole. I don't think you can actually go in there. That's not the cave I'm looking for, is it? Oh no, it is an actual cave. I wonder if there's a quest in here later, because look, there's nothing in here. It's got 2 entrances. Might be a spawning point. Anyway, I'm 140 odd meters from where I need to go. So let's get over to this little cave. And I'm going to guess that that's going to complete the beginner's tutorial. The beginner's land. Starter zone, I guess they call them. Now, are there resources you can pick up? Look at that, a Viking longboat. That's kind of cool. Whoa, look at that. Corruption. I think I'm approaching this cave now. Yep, I am approaching this cave. right. I probably should have gotten the musket out because I'm not, right now, I've got no ability to range fight anybody. There's a little bit of a delay on the dodge, I just noticed. So maybe that's the trouble I've been having. See, I had the dodge button depressed and it didn't dodge in time. So I'm going to have to change my timing on that. I can see. Not that it really matters because I'm taking people out pretty quick here. Excuse me. This guy's still alive. Okay, so I've got to hack through this. The veil. You got to hack through the veil. Corruption Swarmer. Oh, okay, so you got to deal. It's going to corrupt me while I'm moving through here. So I guess that means I got to be fairly quickly. I got to kill this guy. Clearly. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, another musket. Another musket and another fire staff. These little blurby guys with half a body. I have to say, in the initial stages at least, you're picking up territory points and skill points pretty quick. Now, I don't need to fight this guy again, so I'm going to leave this cave, and I'm pretty sure I saw a platform on the way in, the same way this other guy is running, where I can get out over here. Yep. Barrett Fletcher has a shield, a fire staff, and a bow. I'm not sure what you use the shield for at that point. And the shield will add weight. So I do think you need, I mean, I realize that he didn't. I think you'd, at some point, you need to be careful of your weight. Maybe not in the early sections, but I think it's a good habit to get into anyway.
Whatever it was,
Yes, I did. I destroyed it,
They must
Charity.
be pretty tough there. I mean, oh gosh, I'm not the person to ask. The thing is, I prefer we go back together. But it's my
Okay,
duty
now
today.
it's sending me to
You
the
go.
settlement.
Take this message to Constable Seville. We've been worried about corruption surging like this for a long time.
I don't have anything new I can make here, but I really want 5 points, mastery points. So there's different, as you can see, there's attribute points and there's mastery points and territory points. Look, I can join any faction I want because it's a pretty even spread. In fact, the syndicate's doing the least of anybody. But that's interesting to me because, like I said, in the beta that I played, both maps that I looked at in the beta, the Syndicate was in the lead. It's always been Syndicate or Marauders. I may join the Covenant here because they've got cool uniforms. So let's see. We can get housing. Standing gain 5% more territory standing while in Monarch Bluffs. XP gain while in Monarch Bluffs. Gatherer. I'm going to do XP gain because why wouldn't I in the early levels do XP gain? And I have attribute points to see weapon mastery. Oh, I am going to need to shift weapons, I think, if I want to pick up proficiency in the other ones. I have a fire staff. I do not yet have a life staff, which is what I want. I think it's for the healers, but it also, I think you do damage. But you can heal yourself, do damage to others. Warhammer doesn't interest me. Hatchet I'm probably going to get because I've heard that it's pretty good match for the life staff. But I have sword and board. Whirling Blade causes 5% rend for 10 seconds. Rend reduces target's armor. Sword's critical strike chance increased by 10%. Successfully hitting with a heavy attack causes you to lose 1 debuff. Successfully hitting with it causes you to lose 1 debuff. Okay, so those are passive gains. They don't give me any actual skill. And there's nothing that I want. There's nothing that I really want to craft at the moment. I do want to level my crafting, but I want to wait till I get into the weapon set that I think I'm going to go with. But everything helps me increase my... Okay, I can't make any more rations because I haven't killed any more boars. Now look, there's a lot more people. That's funny, his hair and mustache. Battle Snail. I love the names people come up with. I mean, some of them are really great. Violently. All right, let's head up towards the settlement. See, look at the guy's giant warhammer. Those make me laugh because they're just so ridiculously big. He's got a giant warhammer and a ginormous two-handed axe. I would say he might be a tanky. The thingies that make you draw more. Hey. Mr. Barrett Fletcher. That's a very Quaker sounding name. All right, who is this? Hapless How? He looks hapless. He can't even stand up straight. Why would they do that? Did you see my cart? The wilds of Returnum have never been safe, but the roads? Never seen anything like this before. Vicious boars came out of nowhere. They ate all my truffles. Because pigs love truffles. How should I know? Do I look like some kind of boar-minded reader? Not me. I'm just a simple traveling herbalist. I'll tell you this much, however. The beasts have ruined me for the season. He's going to ask me to go get him a bunch of truffles. I've got to collect truffles. That's what I'm doing now, apparently. Oh, look, a turkey. I wonder if I can get up on that guy and get my Thanksgiving dinner taken care of. God, it's so mean. Look at me killing a turkey just for the pleasure of it. God, I've turned into a terrible person. I don't have camping. You can also camp. A camp allows you to create a spawn point out in the wild so that you don't have to go all the way back to a settlement, which is kind of cool. The only downside of that is, like, this is a campsite right here somebody has put up. That's what it looks like once you earn it. That you will go to areas, and you may see it when I get up near the settlement. This settlement up here that we're going to see in a few minutes is the furthest I've been in this game. But you may see dozens of these, and that does break the immersion a little bit when there's 50 campsites within, there's like one small area of 50 campsites. It's a little bit silly. It's a little silly. You should really be able to go up to somebody else's camp. If you have the skill unlocked, you can go up to one that's already set up and use somebody else's. Oh! This boar didn't want me touching that truffle. All right, a delicious truffle. That's the biggest truffle I've ever seen. Oh, look at them all. There's lots of truffles. Herbs, which I'm sure I'm going to need for something. This is the New World version of shopping, the colonialist version of shopping. Hyssop. I believe hyssop can be used for medications in real life. I'm anxious to know what you think of this game. I hope you will leave a comment telling me what you think of this game. I may play this game a lot. I haven't played an MMO in quite a long time. Tried to get into Final Fantasy. I like it, but I don't know. Just couldn't really get into Final Fantasy that much. So I'm hoping that this one will do it for me, because WoW is not my thing anymore. I only have a limited amount of time. Excuse me. Couldn't stop that one. Look at the foliage, is really real looking. All right, where was I? Headed towards the truffle. That should be my last truffle. That's funny, they're still highlighting for me, so that's a little bit different. Okay, that's a big boar. I hope I can kill this guy. Come on, Diana, run sideways. Come on, Diana. Okay, I'm stuck behind this tree. I may not be able to kill this guy before I die. I died trying to kill this dumb boar. I'm not going to give up. This guy's having the same trouble I did. Oh, look, I've got looking right at the boars behind. No, he's having trouble. All right, well, the equipment in your inventory is damaged upon death. My first in-game death. Oh, and I'm all the way back at wherever. Now, how do I repair? There's a good thing I can learn right now. I have 2 muskets, so I want to salvage that. I'll salvage this sickle because I don't need it. Okay, so if I have salvaged these things, can I make a repair kit? How to repair? Am I on the same path where I can run into this hapless How? I hope so. Okay, somebody's killing boars and not skinning them, which I find kind of interesting. Why would you not skin something you killed? Because you can always use the resources, right? I'm really hoping that we build a community on one. Hopefully this is the server, but we can build a community where people actually want to play the game. All right, where's Hapless How? He's supposed to be standing right here. Because the danger you have is that you're going to have just a gigantic population of players that are kind of the PUBG and Fortnite type players, which is fine. It's nothing wrong with the game, but it's a different mindset. That boar is up here, up that hill someplace, but I don't think I can kill him at level 5 or 6 or whatever it is I am right now, so maybe I'll have to come back. I think it's interesting that these truffles are all still highlighted. These truffles are all still highlighted for me, although I think I've actually picked up enough of them. When I do this again, I'll move my camera box so that you can see the comments, because some of them are stupid because there's those kind of people in every single game, but some of them are actually pretty interesting. That guy's getting chased by a boar, that's funny. Look, that guy's name is Caden. Different spelling, but still. This guy's saying, I just mined a boulder bigger than a car and put it in my pockets. Maybe that's why I can't swim. I'm pretty sure swimming is not a thing in this game. Oh. These boars are more aggressive than the boars down the beach. I'm anxious to get up to this settlement, which is up this way somewhere. See, now you're going to start to see these campsites, I think. There's another camping site somebody set up. I don't have camping. I don't think I get it until... Do you see that tree fall down? I don't think I get it until, like, level 10, maybe? The more you use your hatchet on these trees, though, the bigger trees you can chop down. I do find... Oh, there's a lion. Those are wolves. Probably need to watch out for the wolves. Although I probably am going to need wolf skin for armor. But like this tree, I can't mine yet. Can I? Oh, look I can. Look how big this tree is. I mean, it's a young tree, but still. It's going to fall right on me. Because of where I'm standing. I really need to find some friends to play this game with. This is the kind of game that'd be more fun to run around with as friends. Bonk! Really, that would have killed me. Mandalore. I like the name because I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not sure I want to be in the Syndicate. Look, there is the first base. Fort, I should say. Campsite. Another campsite on the way up. Oh, look, that's a higher level camp. You've got an actual lean-to. These people tipping trees over right and left. That's really funny. Now, okay, so let's look and see who holds this fort then. Monarch Bluff Hamlet governed by the Reckoning. Well, that's green, and that's the Marauders. I have to say I like the spread on this map so far. It's a nice mix, which I think for the game to be really fun, it has got to stay that way. I don't think I want to do the Marauders, though. I just don't really want to be the, you know, the Viking aggressive type. I'm kind of more into the Covenant or the Syndicate. But you get perks in the settlement if you belong to the faction that governs that settlement. So you do want to pick wherever you're going to, wherever you're going to be playing a lot, you do want to pick the right faction. Oh, and if you govern a faction, that faction, the leader of that faction gets to pick the tax rate. If you want to buy property, etc., the leader of the faction gets to pick the tax rate, etc. So it does affect you. You know, faction members probably pay better taxes than non-faction members, just like real life. And they have keep picking up these lore blurbs, and I have to talk to this lady.
With every new face, I wonder, will those eyes soon glow red with corruption? That stone, then shattered mountain erupting. I think the moment we dreaded has come.
She sounds exactly like... God, I have the world's worst memory. She sounds exactly like in Dragon Age. The Chantry nun who helps you out so much and stays in the Chantry in Haven. But
let me see. Yes, the irony in this corruption business is that an old madman warned us about it years. No, he wandered off, disappointed and angry. Well on his way to becoming lost, I suspect. I heard rumors of a creepy old man fishing by the Western River. Could be the same one. Who knows?
Who knows?
Most likely.
Ooh, I'll
The
get a
time
hat.
has come for us to batten down the hatches and seal the settlement off. Take Charity's report to Magistrate Bixford.
All right, so now it's going to make me do
this possibility.
probably a bunch of fetch quests in town so that I get to know the town layout. That's my guess. I don't know what this is, but let's see. The war board. Okay, can't view anything there. Town board. Oh, okay. Hunt rabbits. Fisher folk need. I can hunt rabbits. Precision tools at Chasen Steep. Hunt boar. Well, I can definitely do that. Acquire and deliver 10 feathers. I have some already. 150 rawhide. How long is that going to take? Don't have fishing yet. Okay, I'm going to do those, but first I'm going to figure out... Look, these people are all Syndicate, which is interesting because this town is green, which is Marauder. Purple is Syndicate, green is Marauder, and gold, yellow is Covenant.
Let me guess.
Let
You've
me-
brought back the Watch's report, have you not?
These people's voices
I
all
knew
sound
it as
familiar.
soon as you passed by, you see. I don't need to read it. The storm, the eruption of Shattered Mountain, none of it's a surprise to me. You I had not anticipated, however. This is an ominous day to arrive on a
Ooh,
turn.
ominous. Why?
Your timing is either impeccable, or it's miserably unfortunate.
I seriously need some new tea.
Monarch's bluffs attract those marked for strange fates. Or so it seems. Of course not. And I
Yeah, I
must
see. It
not
just gave me
forget my
a
role
it just gave
as
me a
gracious
logging
host.
act, which I don't need.
You should check in at the inn and make yourself at home here. Return later, and we shall talk more.
Okay, I picked up more points. Okay, so this is the housing. I can't purchase a house because I'm not either the right level and I'm not the standing yet, but I think I can look at the house. So you can buy a house. Look at that. It's a house with a teeny little yard. I'm invisible to other players currently because I'm just checking out my house. Look at this. Fireplace. It's a 3-story house. I kind of like that it has housing in this game. Another fireplace. And a balcony with a view. Look at that. I'm inside the fort, so it's nice and safe. I have a view. A view of the guard tower. It's a little bit like living in a prison warden's. Look at the tree falling down. I'm sorry. I just think that's really funny is watch people chopping down trees. It's just like the Americas where we came in and deforested everything. I'm just kidding. That wasn't a political statement. Forestry is a well-managed and good product. Actually, it's a decent-sized house, though. Okay, I want to exit the house. Almighty Simp. Oh, he's the governor. REM Governor Sword Expert. He's a level 22, so clearly he got in right on the first day. Is this the... Yep, there's the... I think this is the inn. It's Demetrius Bitten.
Welcome to the Regent's Rise. Sleep here and wake up feeling like a king.
Okay,
Check in.
Demetrius.
Be my guest.
Do I want...
Literally.
Make this my respawn point. Yes, because I can't do camping yet. Definitely more people online now. Well, I look like a lowly settler in comparison to some of these people running around, but I'm 2 days behind the mark here because I couldn't get online. At any rate, that is probably enough for today. I'm in the settlement. I'm right here in Monarch's Bluff, which is run by the Marauders. And I'm going to edit this and get it online. You guys can see what you think. I think I might start streaming this game just for funsies. I'm definitely going to be playing it. You guys can tell me what you think. And I'm really hoping one or two of you, might want to be friends, might want to come online, might want to make a character on the West Coast server called Camelot. And we can dominate together. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll see you later. Bye.